Is Connor Bedard the best prospect ever? It's a question I've heard being thrown around a lot recently, so I wanted to make a quick video diving into my thoughts on whether Bedard is the best prospect ever. Now, in my opinion, there's been only 3 guys that come to mind in recent history in the debate of best prospect ever. And those 3 are Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, and of course, Connor Bedard. Now, yes, there have been some out-of-this-world prospects before the year 2000, but comparing the skill level of the junior leagues now and the impact of social media and the internet, that I couldn't confidently add anybody to the conversation. If you think I missed a prospect that you think was more impressive in their draft year, let me know in the comments down below. But going back to the 3 guys I mentioned earlier, in my opinion, the impact Bedard has made has been the most hyped and just insane draft year of any guy in recent memory, and he has the numbers to back it up. With 71 goals, 143 points in just 57 games this season. Now, if you were to look back at Sidney Crosby's 66 goal, 168 point season in the QMJHL back in 2005, you'd think he is clearly the better prospect. But when you look into it a little more, you notice that the skill level of the Q back in 2005 was significantly worse than the WHL in 2023, the league that Bedard is currently playing in. You're probably wondering how I know that, and this is how I look at it. At the 2005 NHL draft, there were 23 players selected from the QMJHL, with only 3 of them still being active. Those being Marc-Edouard Vlasic, Chris Letang, and of course, Sidney Crosby. Now, considering it's been 17 years since the draft took place, having 3 standout players isn't terrible at all. Before we take a look at Bedard's draft class, let's quickly take a look at Connor McDavid's back in 2015. So now, let's quickly dive into Connor McDavid's stats and Connor McDavid's draft class. So, Connor McDavid had 44 goals, 120 points in 47 games. That is extremely impressive and makes it even more impressive considering most people think that the OHL is the most skilled league in the CHL. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about why I still think that Bedard's 2023 season was better than McDavid's. Now, there were 31 players selected in the 2015 NHL draft. Out of those guys, drafted from the OHL in 2015, I'd say there's arguably 10, maybe 11 above average NHLers, with names like Mitch Marner, Travis Konechny, Rasmus Andersson, and of course, Connor McDavid, along with a handful of other guys. Finally, last but not least, we're going to be looking at Bedard's stats and the 2023 NHL Central Scouting Final Draft Rankings. Yes, that was a mouthful, but Bedard had an extremely impressive 71 goals, 143 points in 57 games, which alone is extremely impressive, but that's not even the craziest part. According to the NHL Draft Scouting, they expect there to be 54 WHL players drafted in the 2023 NHL entry draft. Now, obviously, the draft hasn't happened yet, so who knows what might happen between now and then. But if we were to compare the 4 first rounders out of the Q in 2005 to the predicted 12 out of the WHL this year, I'd confidently say the skill level has rose a tremendous amount since when Crosby was drafted. But now if we take a look at the 7 first rounders drafted in the 2015 draft class, out of the OHL, the WHL's predicted 2023 12 first rounders trumps McDavid's 2015 draft class. But honestly, there is way too many factors to even compare Bedard to McDavid or McDavid to Crosby or Bedard to Crosby. There's just too many things you have to take into account. And that's why this video doesn't show that Bedard is 100% far and away the best prospect of all time, but it shows one perspective of many on why I think Bedard could be the best prospect of all time. Now, if you made it this far into the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like, and if you really like the video, maybe even subscribe. I'm gonna try to get a video out as consistently as possible, maybe a video or two a week, and with the draft coming up shortly, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of more videos just like this one. In this video, I didn't really get a chance to compare numbers and truly define who the best prospect ever is. But this video is more for me to show why I think the competition is at an all-time high, and just one of the many reasons why I think Bedard could be a future superstar in the NHL. But thank you all so much for watching, and sorry for not posting recently, but I hope this longer video can somewhat make up for it. But yeah, Cider Central, signing off. See ya!